This part of my screencast, I'm going to be showing you guys a Kodable website activity. It's called Beach Cleanup. It is suitable for pre-readers, so that's why I chose to do this activity, because I plan on working with first graders. Although they will be starting to read, this is something that's going to be a little easier for them until they get those full reading skills. So the way that you do this is you learn how to code, so you're going to draw little lines across the screen that are going to help you collect the trash, and you're going to learn how to code by going up, down, side, right, left, and then it'll tell you about little conditions, and that's where you will put these little squares up here to help change the direction. So it's really cool to have as a beginning coding activity for children to use. So I will start. So click that. Okay. So I'm going to go right, down, right, up, and then when we hit this one, we're going to go down. When we hit the purple one, we're going to go to the right. So let's see how this goes. Perfect. So as you can see, this is fairly easy for children to do, and if you mess up, you can always erase it. But it's just a really good introduction to coding. And so part of this game is you want to make it with the least things. So you don't want to make like 10 different directions. You want to keep it to a minimum of how many directions you're going. So instead of going, up and down and around and all the way around, like you want to just make it as simple as possible so that you're not changing so many directions, because you're only allotted a certain amount of directions in this program. So you can only fill up these spaces right here. And if you go over, you have to reevaluate the track that you made and start fresh, which is just something to be mindful of. And then it'll show you how many items you've recycled as you go from level to level. And the more you do, the harder these get. The further in the game you get, the harder they get. So it's really interesting to see. And once it hits the screen, I want it to bounce back this way. So we're going right, down, left. When it hits the green conditional square, it's going to go back to the right. So let's see. Perfect. I think we'll do one more level and then we'll be done, but you get the idea of what's going on here. I just think it's a pretty good tool for children to use to learn how to code. It doesn't have to be something super complex too, which is really nice. See, this one's getting really close to the end, where you're just in the right amount. So let's see. Perfect. So I will leave it at that, but Beach Cleanup by Kodable is a really good introduction to coding for pre-readers and young children. So I just thought that this would be something good to include.